Hey, I'm Brandon Ho. I've worked in tech for a number of years, and this channel is my attempt to make sense of the rapid technological shifts we've experienced and continue to experience, and to try to remove the fear, uncertainty, and doubt surrounding these changes. My own interest in these topics is born primarily out of curiosity, but also out of a selfish desire. I don't want to be rendered professionally irrelevant, and I also want to ensure that my children have the tools, knowledge, training, and resources they need to thrive in a world I simply cannot envision. While I'm not fearful of change, I've observed that the rapid acceleration of technological advances is catching the majority of us off guard. AI has already altered how we work, think, and interact as humans, and as robots become more sophisticated, affordable, and commonplace, 3D printing allows us to build objects, houses, tools, and virtually anything we care to build, anywhere we want to build, and build it easier, cheaper, and faster. The blockchain becomes a commonplace mechanism of arbitration and trust, and even implantable human computing interfaces blur the distinction between humans and machines. The world will look very different than what we've been accustomed to. My curiosity comes in large part from the rapid rate of progress across many areas and industries at a rate that is simply unprecedented. Models of making sense of the world don't exist. In fact, I'll argue that they cannot exist because we have no reliable frame of reference to base our predictions and preparations on. To help you visualize what I mean by that, here's a simple chart showing the rate of adoption of AI versus other technologies that are a part of our everyday lives. AI has this steep slope of adoption, meaning that the rate at which it has been adopted is much faster than all of these other technologies. Lots of companies today are still going through digital transformation efforts, decades after computers, the internet, and the World Wide Web became common. But AI? This graph speaks for itself. While I think the adoption rate will taper off at some point, it's already off to a heady start. And as we've already seen, the breadth of its impact is ridiculously pervasive. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Subscribe and like below if you'd like to come along.